Well, hello, folks. This is Gigi. Hope you're all doing well. Do I have some news for you? Happy Easter. You know, it is going to be that day. And today we got things to celebrate. Well, be excited about, looking forward to, whatever you want to say. We're not doing a money drop. I will be doing, I'm still trying to catch up after having been out of town for a week. Last week was my first week back, and it was just a very busy weekend. Other stuff going on, but we're not going to get into that because I got a Pinterest update because I told you I was going to be doing monthly updates. So we're going to look at the numbers, going to talk about that a little bit. And I'm thinking I might have to change my glasses. I'm not sure you guys will really take me too seriously when I'm wearing my bunny glasses. I'm just saying. But anyway, happy Easter. Today, because we're celebrating, we have a loaded little boozy coffee. It's got caramel sea salt. It's like a Bailey's, but caramel sea salt. And Gigi be liking caramel sea salt. That's like one of her favorites. Oh yeah, baby, that's good. All right, let's go ahead and get ready. Okay, folks, we're back. All right. Well, got some. I got my numbers because I was. I guess this will be as good as it gets. Okay, so exciting news. My numbers have for. Okay, let me start over because I'm just so excited. I just can't hide it. Okay. Let me go ahead and get my gallery up here because I did do some screenshots that I want to share with you folks. But let's see, what did I do with them? Gigi, get it together. Gallery. There we go. Okay. The first numbers I think we're going to go through are going to be in my WordPress. Okay, so let me explain with Gigi for anybody new that's out there. Welcome. This is Gigi's Unfiltered, and I do different things here. I drop money, talk about life, talk about dad, talk about folks, talk about my husband, big dog, life of Luna, big dog, my kids. And hey, they all know what's going on in Gigi's studio here. And hey, that's okay. They say, okay, mom. They don't say that. I wish they would. They say, really, mom? You folks know what I'm talking about out there. Anyway, so in beginning of February, in fact, it was almost February 1st, I started. I've been looking for a job, still no luck. But my mom was listening to this gal named Lori Ballin, which I've spoken about before. And my mom kind of thought, that may be something that I may be interested in. She knew there was something there, wasn't quite sure. But my mom was a smart cookie. Thanks, Mom. And she suggested I check this gal out. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm all right, whatever. Okay, anyway, she actually sent me a link. So now I got to look at it. So I thought, when I was listening to this gal talk, she was talking about affiliate links and blogging and Pinterest and video, all this stuff that she was talking about. I was already doing. But this lady's making money. This maybe she's banking it. So I thought to myself, well, because back probably about 10 years ago, I used to blog. I used to post something probably about once a week because I've always enjoyed writing. In fact, I've taken creative writing classes. I've always got positive feedback. In fact, the first person that told me that I could possibly write was Mr. Lopez. It was in English class, a creative writing class. And I went to high school, and I think it was my junior year. And he had his writing, whatever stories. I can't even remember the story that had me write about. But I remember him coming back and bringing me my paper and said, "You know what? You write really well. You're really a good writer." And I was like, "What?" And I always remembered that. I'm not even sure that I shared that with anybody until I shared with you folks out here. Because I've always enjoyed writing. I journal, just jot things. I've always journaled to some degree. And sometimes I journal about what's going on, maybe just create something. And then blogging came along. And I blogged maybe a couple years ago. I was busy. I was working, having a life. Not that I don't have one now, but just very, very busy with the demands of my time and what I could do. But I enjoyed that. It was like, okay, you get ready this week, what I'm going to write about, and then I go ahead and write. So the blogging part of this whole concept that she was talking about really intrigued me. And So I start, okay, well, let me see. And the process she was speaking of, I really kind of understood because, yeah, I had a Pinterest account. Yeah, I love images. I'm a photographer and I do videos. So that part, I want to do that. So then I started listening to what she was saying. And, let me see what I can do here. I'm looking. I'm on Indeed and I'm a Zip Recruiter, but I'm still waiting. I think right now I'm standing at 79 resumes that are out there. It's just different. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation that I've had before, and I'm sure I'll probably have it at another time, but not gonna be here. So what I did is the first video I did about what I saw when my analytics, what I saw when I was starting this, I shared with you. I shared my February numbers. Now we're going into April, and I was out last week because I was in Texas with my baby girls, and so I wanted to share with you my March numbers. That's why we're celebrating. So let me go ahead as a reminder. Here are my February numbers. Now these numbers are off my WordPress, which is a blog site. I've had a blog site for some time, but for this, which was SoCal Gal and Big Dog, and that's more where I talk about our road trips or vacations, whatever me and Big Dog do together. That's primarily for my kids, and I've had that for some time, probably 10 years. And then this one is a brand new one. I set it up in the beginning of February when I started this process, and it's a whole new website. So it's Gigi's Unfiltered because it's attached to my YouTube channel. So because Gigi's Unfiltered, and I started blogging at that point in time. So as you can see here, for February, I had 893 views, 260 visitors, 55 likes for the month of February. I didn't think that was bad for my first month, being that I was purposely writing on this website. That was my goal. You do your blogs, and then you do the Pinterest pins that you attach, and then hopefully from Pinterest, then you go ahead and click the pin. The click pin goes to your blog, and in the blog you have the links. You know what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and let me see if I can do it right now. So at least I know what we're talking about. Let me go into my website right now, just so you can see kind of what we're doing here. Okay, here we go. Here's my website. I'm just going to pull the website up so you folks can see. Publish. Let's just pick something up that's published already. And let's see here. Let me just pick some. Okay. Here's something about boho outfits for women over 60, because I'll blog about that too. So you can see, here's the blog. I talk about, this type of style. I think I'm more a boho and hippie style, and I like that. It's laid back, it's easy. I'm trying to get more color after having worked in a funeral home for so long, so I'm working on that, but it's a process. So right here you can see that I have a little bit of a display of the different types of outfits, and then right here I click here. Now let me click. Where am I at? Oh, you know what? Because I'm not on a. Okay. Let me go to an actual website because I was in the edit. I'm too excited. I just can't hide it. Okay, Gigi. Okay, here we go. Unfiltered. Gigi's Unfiltered. Yeah, she's got to get a clue. Unfiltered. Because I don't want to go in the admin section. So that's what it was taking me to. So if I'm doing something, I can end up changing something, and I don't want to be doing that. Oh, come on. See, it's still taking me over there. So bear with me, folks. I'll get it here. So let me find that thing. Okay, here we go. Boho. Let me do preview. Or let's just do view. Okay, here we go. We should be good now. Okay, so here's another one I did. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, here we go. So now, as you can see, it's got an image that was created with Chat GPT or Ideogram, because I've used those. Some images, I do use my own images, especially if it's included Luna or myself. I try to use my own images. So here, it says a paisley sleeve blogs. So what it'll do, you click on that, it's going to take you to Amazon, and this is where you should see. Let me get it here. That shows you the paisley sleeve blouse, which I think is really pretty cool. And then if somebody buys it, you get a little commission off that. So that's how the blog and Pinterest come into play. So I'll make sure that I keep that one open. So this way I use that when I'm actually filming to show you what I was doing right now. So anyway, let me go back to, because I had that number, February, blogs I did for, because I should include that for February, and now we're going to go to March. So now, remember how I said I had 893 views for February? I only had 193 views. I'm not quite sure what happened. Now I had 260 visitors in February, but I only had 109. So that was a dip, and it gives you the percent. That's a 78% decrease, a 58% decrease. My likes were only 55, and I only had 7 likes this month at 87%. There was a decrease of 87%. I'm not quite sure why, because let me show you why. I don't understand these numbers, because my Pinterest numbers went berserk. So I'm not quite sure how the WordPress. I'm gonna still figure, like, this is all a new process for me. So that part I have to figure out. But like I said, I'm posting stuff up there. I've already got five posts scheduled for April, and I'm just starting. Okay, so let's go over here. Now this is for February. So impressions is what that was. Okay, now I'm on Pinterest, because this is where it starts. You gotta have Pinterest on your side in order to have the clicks that will count in Amazon, which I showed you what you get through the blog. So for February, I had 8.7 thousand, which was a 8,426% increase. Well, I didn't have a Pinterest. I didn't have a blog or a Pinterest account in February. I created this the same time I did my blog, the Pinterest, they all start at the same date. I had 514 engagements for February, and I had 72 outbound clicks. The outbound clicks are the clicks that people are clicking to your website, and possibly they're actually clicking on your affiliate links. And people save, 12 people saved my pins, whatever pins they were. I don't know, it doesn't say. I had a total audience of 405. And had an engaged audience of 16. Okay, so that was for February. Not bad for the first month. Now get ready. For the month of March, I had impressions of over 20,000, 133% increase. So remember, I didn't have anything. The website wasn't, the Pinterest account or the blog were not created until February. So within 2 months, I went up to impressions of 20,000. That means they're pushing my product or my images out, my blogs and my pins out to the Pinterest world. 20,000, over 20,000, 20.5. I had 1,300 engagements, which is let me see, where was I last time? I mean, I only had 514. I almost tripled that number, doubled for sure. Outbound clicks. Okay, this is the one that's funny to me. It went down. I had 72, which you want that number to go up, because that means they're clicking out there. But this time I had 55. I had 88 saves. So people have saved some of my pins. Where I had only 12, I had 88. So that's an increase of, well, 633% increase. Total engaged audience. People engaged and looking at my site, and I guess just going through all the different pins. I had 400 last month. I had 6,500 this in March. Engaged for February was 16. I had 339. I mean, the numbers were crazy. So this is what I did, because I use Harpo, I believe it's a AI tool, and I also use Chat GPT, and I also use Claude. So I kind of ask, to me they're like a virtual assistant, you know. The writing I do, they help me with the writing. I give them an idea. They create something. I look at it. Nah, that's not really the way I talk. That's not really what my thought process. I go ahead and update it. So it's kind of like that. I see them as a virtual assistant. I'm the writer. They're my assistant, and we make the changes. So that's, you can't get freaked out by AI. It is what it is. Now, I never used AI. Well, AI wasn't around when I was initially blogging 10 years ago. So it's not like I can't write. I can write. But, man, you're producing stuff like crazy. And what I'm finding in this Pinterest, because you want to have fresh stuff. So there's almost so many posts I can do about Luna, really. I mean, she's cute. She's cute and everything, but I can only do so many posts about her. I've done posts about Big Dog and his RC planes, but what I'm finding is this is exposing me and pushing me into other areas. I did one recently, of gardening. So I'm doing posts about my garden and what I'm learning about them and the tools that I'm using. So all that stuff, which I really didn't think was something I could discuss here, I can really write a blog about it, and I have. Like, how excited I got when I saw that my carrots were actually pushing through the ground. In fact, I think the post is very similar to that, about how my bell peppers are growing, or how my bell peppers got burnt when I was in Texas. That's all stuff people are curious about. You're just telling your story out there. That's all you're doing. So I thought this was interesting. So I went ahead and asked Harpa to kind of like analyze this, like what's going on. They say that Claude, ChatGPT, and Harpa all say that my numbers are solid. That's another thing I like to test. Are they all saying the same thing? Yeah, they're all kind of saying the same thing. They're saying the outbound clicks. Don't get too discouraged about the outbound clicks, because it's like Pinterest knows you're there. So they say they're just, it's coming. So it's like the cusp, but just, it's like at the plateau. When we all hit that plateau. When we're losing weight, we hit that plateau. We're not going nowhere, and all of a sudden, boom. And that's kind of what they're saying. This where I'm at with this outbound click. So okay, I'm good with that. I'll try that. And then, so I'm excited about these numbers and really that the growth I'm seeing, and there is stuff happening here, because I know there's stuff happening here. Because let me see if I have it here. Let me see if I can find it. Because I got an email, and guess who I got an email from? Let me see if I have to switch accounts. No, here it is. I got an email from Amazon saying that I've got 2 eligible sales that I can get commission on. Very small, because you can start someplace, And what they're going to do now is they're going to go through my website, because on your website you better be sure that you state that you have links and that you're affiliate marketing, an Amazon marketer or affiliate, whatever, and that you also include that in your pins, and you also include that in your blogs, which I've done. If I have a link on my blog, it's at the very top. If it has no link, I have it at the bottom, but I still have it on there. But if I'm not selling anything on that blog, I have it at the bottom. And then on my about page, I have it on there too. And then on the top of every single blog that I have some type of link, I have that affiliate disclaimer or statement right on the top of that, so people know that. And people don't really seem to have an issue with that, because I think they're so used to Amazon. That's what I'm associated with. Because Walmart, I would like to get into Walmart. They have one, and there's another one called Linktree. But you want to get one. Let's get one right before I start jumping all over the place. So I was quite excited. So it's like, well, I'm showing that I'm not getting outbound clicks, but something's happening. So what I did is I went back to Amazon. And sometimes things don't always click, and then one day it clicks, and it's like, wow. So I went on Amazon, because it'll tell me how many clicks that I've gotten. Now, mind you, these clicks are only from Pinterest. Doesn't include, no. I thought these clicks that were in Amazon were only from Pinterest, but they're not. Because I started looking on my Amazon numbers as far as clicks, outbound clicks that were only attached to Pinterest and my blogs and the pins that I placed. And when I first started, March 6th, it was like March 6th, March 4th is when I started getting, or maybe this just goes up to March, but like March 4th, I had the highest, let me see, what is that? I had 115 clicks. Like, whoa, no commission, nothing was sold. And then something happened, and this is kind of what I had Harpa and ChatGPT and also Claude all analyze my page. It's like it's coming, and they may have something there because there was all of a sudden a shift. March 21st, I had 4 clicks. March 29th, I had 39 clicks. March 30th, I had 76 clicks. March, and apparently there were 5 items ordered on that day. And I think that's what they're trying to confirm as far as possible commission. And then it went down on March 31st to 45 clicks. That means people went through my pin. And then on April 1st, they had 121. And April 2nd, I had 118. So it's like all of a sudden I'm getting these clicks. I'm thinking, where the hell am I getting these clicks from? Well, I'm not only posting my items on, or my posts or my blogs I should say, only on my blog site. I'm also posting them on Twitter or X. I also posting them on Tumblr. I'm also posting them on Instagram and Facebook. So I asked my team, Claude, ChatGPT, and Harpa, that I'm seeing these clicks. I'm seeing this announcement that came from Amazon, and then I'm seeing my outbound clicks on Pinterest, which is very low, but I'm getting clicks over 100 now on Amazon. And I told them I'm posting on these different websites and Blue Sky. I'm posting like 5 different social media outlets, and I said you're getting clicks from them as well. I guess I knew I was throwing it out there, but I didn't realize the impact that it would have on these numbers. And I think because I'm now being consistent, because stuff's going out maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, I'm getting a blog out there. And the thing is not so much the blogs, it's the pins that are attached to the blogs with Pinterest. The blogs themselves, well, because when I'm posting my stuff on these other sites, it's not necessarily the blog. Tumblr's blog. That's a blog platform. You just write on there. It's a writer's platform. Just write. To me, that's more of a blog site. So I'm putting my blogs on there. I'm also putting my blogs on, like I said, on Blue Sky and Facebook and Instagram. But I'm putting my pins on X. I don't know. I think right now that's the only place I'm putting my pins. And I think that's primarily because on X, I can see how many clicks, how many people have opened that. So at least they're opening it. They're just going to buy some. Hey, that's how they purchase that. That's how you get your commission. So I believe that's how I'm getting those clicks, which is great. Because the thing is, people just have to get, oh, okay, she's putting this out there. Oh, okay, this is what you're doing. Oh, okay. And where, like I said, it's this process is allowing me to learn new things and push myself out of my own comfort zone. It's like when they talk, because it's more like a lifestyle type of social media. Pinterest. It's not like Google. Just going there. Why does my dog sneeze? It's not like that. Or YouTube. Show me a picture of a dog sneezing. It's not like that. Pinterest may be, how can you help me with a sneezing dog? Something like that. So it does have answers, but it's different. It's just, and I think because there's a blog attached and people don't necessarily want to take the time to blog or read something. But I think what happens when you become engaged with them and they see that you're consistently putting something out there, there's a comfort. Oh yeah, I've seen her. Oh yeah, it says Gigi back. Let me see what she's talking about. And the way I speak here is kind of the way I write. The Gigi's Unfiltered. So, and I think that's helping my numbers as they grow. 'Cause let me see, where am I at today? Because this is only, where are we at? It was 13. No, wait, today's only the 3rd. So let's see here. Let me see if let me see where I am today. And just, yeah, today's April 3rd. Today's Friday. Don't know why. Come on. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Pinterest. Where are my Pinterest? Just to see what's going on right now. Because, this is just, I'm just surprised about this whole process. I wish I knew about it earlier. I should have listened to my mom earlier. Sorry, Mom. All right. So let me go to my analytics. So like right here, let's see, turn it off. That's my, these are the pins I have up right now. Oh, there we go. See, all kinds of stuff going on. Garling, Luna, friendships, over 60, me and my girls, me and Big Dog. I got all kinds of stuff going on out there. It's like I like to talk. Same thing. When I'm right. Okay, folks, when I'm talking about Pinterest, this is my site on Pinterest. Is Gigi's Unfiltered, and this is the page that you're going to see all the different pins that I've created during these 2 months. And you can see, all kinds of stuff. Luna, Big Dog, life, I'm into gardening, coffee, YouTube stuff. Now, when somebody wants to look at these sections are called boards, and let's say they're searching for a particular item that is something that's grabbed their attention, then they'll go ahead and click on the board, and then these little rectangle images are what they call the pins. So they click on that, and that's going to take them to my website where I have the blog posted about this particular pin. Then you may see images or links to Amazon or other affiliates. Some people have different stores that they're linked to. I'm only an affiliate for Amazon, so that's where I'll link to. So I'll have my pictures may be linked. There might be line items linked that are highlighted or underlined. But the most important thing is you have to state on your blog and your pins that you are an affiliate and that you may be getting a little commission at no cost to the consumer, but you may make a little commission off that. But I wanted to kind of show you what that was, so you folks I'm sure you knew what I was talking about, but I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. All right, thanks, folks. So let's go over here to the analytics. So let's see, just for today, let's see where I'm at right now. It's not going to be much there, so let's see if I can do a custom. Come on, let's see if I can change the date. Change 7 days, custom, from April 1 to April, okay, done. Okay, here we go. So, in just 3 days, okay, in just 3 days, I've got over 5,000 impressions, just 3 days. And engagements, I have 320. My outbound clicks are 12, which is higher in 3 days. That's pretty good compared to the whole month that I've had previously. Saves, I got 27 saves. That's pretty good. Just 3 days. Total audience is 201 and 9 engaged audience. So even they broke it down here. It's a 47% increase, a 3.9% increase, a 200% increase in outbound clicks. The saves 575%, total audience a 5% increase, and engaged 12% increase. That's just in 3 days. I can imagine what my number is going to be like in April, but they're going in the right direction. So when I told Big Dog, when I told my mom that I got the notification from Amazon, like Big Dog says, "Got to start somewhere." that's a start. You didn't have that yesterday. You have that now. And it's just a little bit of effort. And the thing is, I enjoy writing. I enjoy creating images. I enjoy doing this. This all is like within my arena, so to speak, of creativity that I enjoy doing. But anyway, so numbers are great. I'm working on a new software called PinClicks, which everybody raves about this software. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's got a pin scheduler, which I love, because right now on Pinterest, you can only schedule out 30 days. But you want to really have fresh pins attached to your blogs, like 2 months, 3 months. So I am working with that. I want to see how that works. There's which is by Tailwinds. That's that application that has a pin schedule, which so far I really like. I'm using the free trial offer right now. There's another one called PinClicks. I'm trying that because pinners, I guess that's what we're called, rave about this application. I'm trying to figure it out because I guess what you do is like you find a word, you find the pin that has the highest ratings, and then you see what other ideas that become attached to that. Because they want you to really expand your thought process so you can get more people in to really onto the website, and then also you create the blogs to get them out to purchase whatever affiliate links they have, because people have affiliate links from all over. There's a place called Linktree, Stand Shop, then they have Walmart, Hallmark, Home Depot. They all have some type of affiliate links. You just have to look for them. And they're usually at the bottom of the page. But like I said, until I start banking some money, Gigi just staying put because she's got to figure it out. But I did want to share the numbers. I'm really excited about it. They're all going in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to it. I will be back next week with a money drop. I've got some money put away for right now, but it's just been a crazy week, and I wanted to share this information with you because I'm so excited. But anyway, I think that'll be it for today. You folks have a happy Easter. And until next week, you know what I say, folks? Tits up. You have a good one. Ciao. Have a good one, folks. Happy Easter.
We're getting ready. Getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for. We're moving like